Hello class, my name is Jimmy Wynn and I'll be presenting on the article of leading virtual teams. A virtual team is a team whose members are geographically distributed, requiring them only to use means of technology for communication with minimal face-to-face time. Some of these means of communication could be email, discussion boards, Skype, an app called Google Wave. A lot of these have come into play in present-day business. For this presentation, we are going to be doing different examples of good ways to lead a virtual team and bad ways to lead a virtual team. So we're going to be using different topics and showing you how to use that to lead your team and how not to use that to lead your team. And those 6 topics are going to be building trust with your team, ensure diversity is understood within the team, being able to manage the virtual work cycle and the meetings that you actually have, and then also for the leader to monitor team progress through the technology. And the 5th thing is enhance the external visibility of your team members. And the last thing is to show how to reward the team members virtually. So we are going to start out with how to build trust within your team. And I'll be playing the manager of the team, and I'll also be one of the members, and my special guest will be one of the members of the team. The name of our business is boom.com. We sell fireworks online, and we are dispersed in different countries, different states within the United States and Canada. And anyways, we'll lead right into the first example of building trust within the team. Hey team, this is Mr. Wynn here. Hope everybody's doing well. Look, one of our suppliers is complaining about not getting their products on time. I sent you guys an email. It's on the discussion board, and we talked about it last week in our conference call. Jimmy, Sarah, what seems to be the problem out there?
Well, Mr. Wynn, I replied about it on the discussion board. I don't remember getting an email, and I guess now that you mention it, I do recall someone saying something about it on the conference call. Sorry.
Thanks, Sarah, for your input, but I need you to reply to all the forms of communication we had to ensure that we're all on the same page. And Jimmy, you missed the conference call last week. Where were you? Hey, Mr. Wynn, Jimmy here. Yeah, you got to remember, I live on the other side of the world, so I was asleep when we had that last conference call. Isn't there any way we can work on times to where we swap off the times of the conference calls so I can get some sleep? And also, I did reply to the email, I just didn't mention anything about it on the discussion board. That might be why the suppliers are upset. Hi class, what you just saw there was a bad way to build trust within your team. As a manager, you have your members going each and every way trying to respond to 10 different forms of communication. The way you want to do it is to get everything streamlined on one form of communication that makes it easier for everybody. And it builds trust within your team because you know all the information is in one place. Here's a good example. Hey team, I just want to thank you guys for replying to the discussion board on a timely manner. It looks like the suppliers got all our fireworks out on time and they're very happy. Jimmy, I know you're 12 hours behind in a different country, but I really appreciate your effort on replying on time. And I'm glad we got that the new system worked out to where our conference calls aren't when you're going to bed every night. Sometimes we alternate them for when you're in the morning and for at night for us. And Sarah, thanks a lot for just using the discussion board. We really got things streamlined and things are looking good for our company. Thanks guys. Hey team, this is Mr. Wynn here. It looks like some of our shipments didn't go out on time. What seems to be the problem? Go.
Well, Mr. Wynn, I felt like I was really on top of things, but Melissa called me while I was sleeping, and on top of it, she left me a voicemail, and in her native language, I couldn't understand what she was saying. I don't even understand why she called me in the middle of the night in the first place.
Well, Sarah, you should have figured that out. Why didn't y'all get together in the beginning and come to an understanding of where y'all were coming from? Hi, class. Here's a better example of understanding the diversity of a team. The manager needs to understand where each team member is coming from as far as languages, time zones, all that. So in order to do that, they need to establish from the beginning where the diversity is amongst the team. Hey team, welcome to the first conference call of Boom.com. I just want to let you guys know in the beginning that we're going to be forming teams of 2, and I really want you guys to get to know each other, understand where the language barriers might work and not work, and also understand the time zones that y'all are at, so when y'all do work together, you'll have an established time of when y'all can get the project completed. So I really want y'all to get to know each other in the beginning, and hopefully this will help us to communicate in the future of our business. Thanks guys. Hey team, this is Mr. Wynn checking in on the conference call. Sorry about the late notice of the conference call. It was kind of last minute, but we got a lot of things to go over. Wait a minute. Sarah, is Sarah not on yet? I thought she got the email about the conference call. Oh, brother. Jimmy, it looks like you just dropped off the conference call. Okay, well let's wait a little bit till everybody gets back on, and we'll get into it then. Okay. Hey class, what you just saw there was a bad example of how leaders can monitor the progress of a team's projects through computers and online discussion boards. A better way to do this is really to hold them accountable for replying to things on the message boards, and give them a timeline of when they have to respond, kind of like in our online class now. So what you're going to see here is a way that the manager makes the team members reply in a timely manner and get things done. Hey team, it's Mr. Wynn here. I know we haven't met or talked in a while, so I just wanted to welcome y'all back, and it looks like y'all been doing some good work lately. Sarah, how's everything going over there with your new baby? Oh, great. Okay. Jimmy, what about you? How's the new basketball team? I heard y'all are doing great. Okay, awesome. That's great to hear. Oh, Sarah, thanks for also keeping the minutes for this meeting. That's really been great to review what we discussed after we're done. I really appreciate that. All right. Also, guys, during the meeting, after about 5 minutes, I'd like y'all to go ahead and hit the check-in button just so I know you're still around and paying attention. And there's also going to be a question that pops up every 5 minutes about the topics we're covering. I want you to go and answer that every 5 minutes of the meeting, and we'll continue on that way. All right. Now, at the end of the meeting, guys, like I said, Sarah's going to be taking the minutes, and she's going to send that out to all of us after we're done. Hey, Mr. Wynn, thanks. Yeah, the basketball team's going great. I also really like the check-in question about the new firework. I think that's going to go great for our company and really drive some profits for our company. And I remember the notes that we took for the last meeting. I'm looking through them, and it looks like we had another new idea for a firework. Can we talk about that again? Hey team, Mr. Wynn here. It's looking like Sarah had a great topic about the new firework on the discussion board, and nobody's replied to it in about 2 weeks. And also, I sent out another way of how we're going to be shipping our fireworks, and nobody's responded until today, and that was a month ago, and Jimmy was the only one. Huh. If we keep running our business like this, we're going to get behind, and sales are going to go down. Hey honey, it looks like you got a new message on your BlackBerry.
Oh, just delete it. They never send anything important over an email. It's usually just on the discussion board. Plus, Mr. Wynn, he never checks to see if we're reading our emails.
Hey class, here's an example of a better way for a team leader to lead a meeting, keeping people engaged, oftentimes having a check-in button on the discussion board, just letting everybody know that they're still there and fully engaged in the conversation. It's definitely up to the leader to give enough notice for the conference call or discussion board in order so everybody has time to get on and they're on time, and communication flows very smoothly. It's also a great idea for somebody to keep the notes of the meeting and try to get a different person to do it each time, so somebody's not always bombarded with doing that. So here's a good example. Hey team, Mr. Wynn here. Just going to go over some guidelines and rules on the discussion board. It appears that the discussion board is going to be a great way to get some things done and streamline the speed of our business. But we are going to have to set some guidelines for how soon you'll need to respond to things on here. I talked about it in the meeting last week, but now I'm going to send you guys out an email giving you the exact specific guidelines of when you need to respond to the discussion threads. It's going to be every 2 days that if a new subject is brought up, you have 2 days to reply to it and acknowledge it. I'm going to be monitoring this on a daily basis, and this is really going to kind of rate how y'all are working and judge if you're working, because we are in a virtual environment. I can't see y'all, but this is going to be the way I know you're on top of things and really paying attention to the details of our work. Oh gosh, I got so many different other managers to report out to. I wish my team could just directly communicate with these people, and that would really streamline things. Sometimes I feel like the other managers don't even know about my team and what they're doing. I gotta figure out a solution to this. Hey class, oftentimes team leaders of virtual teams have trouble kind of letting the other managers of the company know what's going on with the team, and oftentimes a manager like me of the team has to report out to a bunch of different people. And this next topic is ensuring that you enhance the visibility of the team to other people in the company. So what we're going to do here is show a good example of how this team manager distributed some responsibility and got his team a little bit more exposure within the company. Sarah, Jimmy, hey, this is Mr. Wynn. Hey, I just wanted to talk to you guys about some of the reporting out that I've been having to do lately to the other managers in the organization. I think it might be a great idea if you guys can work on sending some of the sales ideas to the sales executives themselves. This also will get you some extra exposure within the company, and also kind of show the other branches of the business what we're doing. So we're going to start doing that, and I trust that you guys are going to do a great job because you've been working so hard already. I just want to say thank you for that effort. Sarah, Jimmy, this is Mr. Wynn. Look guys, I don't know what the problem is. I know y'all been working hard, long days and everything, but according to the numbers, we're just not getting the work done. Now I know last quarter we hit our numbers, and that was great and all, but we got to keep pushing ahead. We're just really slacking, guys. We need to step it up.
I can't believe this. I spent 3 weeks working on that project, and it was a huge success. Took up my nights and my weekends. And I didn't get a thank you, any recognition or acknowledgement from my boss.
God, I can't believe, Mr. Wynn. I've sold over 10,000 of these things last quarter, and I worked my butt off. I mean, that was the hardest I've worked since I've been in the company. And I feel like I'm still working hard, and I've never gotten a thank you. There's no bonus structure. Sometimes I wonder why I'm even working this hard in the first place. Hey class, what you just saw there was a team leader failing to give recognition to the team members for their successes. Now, not all team members are going to have successes every day, but it's always important to recognize them, especially on a virtual team. Some of the ideas is having a virtual award ceremony, or even at the beginning of discussions, just recognizing some of the team members for some of their efforts. So now you're going to see a good way of rewarding your employees and ensuring they continue to do a good job. Jimmy, Sarah, thanks for hopping on the conference call. Hey, I just wanted to start out by saying, Sarah, that sales project was great. That really helped drive our sales for the quarter. I just want to say I really appreciate your effort on that. And Jimmy, wow, you really moved those bottle rockets this past quarter. Thanks a lot. This is really going to help to help our company succeed. Anyways, hey class, that sums up the video. Really appreciate you guys watching, and believe it or not, those were first-time actors. Can you believe that? The skills were amazing. Anyways, I hope y'all learned something about leading virtual teams. One day you might be a part of a virtual team or actually leading a virtual team yourself. So I hope you took something from the article and from the video and the PowerPoint presentation as well. Thanks.